experience.
When we left you before the break, we told you with our experts, Lisa Lockwood and Ann Bremner, that we thought this should be a not guilty finding on the Audrey Nicole case. Let me bring my experts back in. And we have another attorney joining us. You know him very well, Josh Ritter, criminal defense attorney. Also, also Lisa Lockwood will stay with us. First, Lisa, just let me go to you for your reaction, because you were the one who was very vehement that this should be a not guilty.
Oh, such a sense of relief. I know what she feels right now. She feels heard. She feels understood. She feels vindicated for the action she took in those moments when she felt it was life or death, when her father of her child was beating her. So I'm so thankful. The defense attorney, I think, did an amazing job from everything that I've seen. And I hope that this allows other women to come forward, victims of domestic violence, to show you need to leave before you're in a situation where you are like this former Army veteran was put in.
And maybe we're seeing the emotion right now. Certainly it's making me emotional. It looks like she's hugging likely her mom, who she called after this, and some family members. Lisa Lockwood, this is just an incredible scene. And we have to also remember that Mr. Mott was killed. So this is a tragedy, no matter what goes on. It's a tragedy, isn't it?
It really is. And when you have weapons in the house, this is just another way to keep women safe, to keep men safe. Men are also victims of domestic violence. I've seen it as well. So when you're in a situation where you feel that you have been hurt, battered, you think the police are not going to listen to you, at least at the very least, get rid of the weapons in the house so that they're not used against you, and you don't feel that you need to use it against the offender just to extricate yourself from that situation.
And before we switch over to the Ryan King case, Lisa, I just want to go through one other question. We photographed, and we showed you just before the break, the picture of the drywall where she said her head was bashed into the wall. And I just thought it was a smaller bash, and I still believe that this was domestic violence and that she was not guilty. But it was such a huge bash. And then the prosecutor got up and said, well, she really wasn't hurt. There you go. There it is. Look at it. 4 inches across, and I don't know how many inches deep. We can't, they don't tell us there. But and to say that this meant she wasn't hurt because she wasn't admitted, I think it worked against him in that way, don't you?
I think so. I think that footage, that photograph, is really important, especially when somebody sustains a head injury. You know, as I said before, when it's blunt force trauma, you're not always seeing blood, but certainly there's going to be some dizziness. People who have gotten in car accidents, who have had concussions, and the medical facility is not diagnosing it as that, just put some ice on it and go away. So yes, she was injured. She was pummeled. I completely believe what her testimony was in that event. As I said before, I lived it, and I certainly know there are ways to hide your injuries, and the general public doesn't always see them.
Okay, and let me just tell you that now we've discussed this case, and we're not going to forget it. We'll talk about it more in the days and weeks to come, but the jury has been brought back in the Ryan King case. I believe there is a new witness on the stand. Defense is beginning their case. Let's listen.